together that 4th of July day. That's when the land you're standing on became the US of A. United we will stand, but divided we fall. One nation under God says it all. Men are created equal, words written in by hand. They all stand to fight when a cry for freedom rings. Freedom isn't free, it comes with a cost. One nation under God says it all. Freedom rings. One nation under God says it all. This old world's changing, it's changing every day for the land of the free and the home of the brave. Stand up, everybody, stand proud and tall. One nation under God says it all.
Good evening and welcome to IITW Radio. Tonight we have, I don't know where Greg's at. He's kind of disappeared on us, so we'll go on without the show, or with the show, without Mr. Williams. Hopefully he'll sign in here in a few minutes. Let's see, tonight we have in the studio with us Desiree. Desiree's been one of my friends for quite a few years. Where's she at? Where's you at? There you are.
Hey.
Centering yourself up in the camera. How you doing, girl?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
All right. This your first time on the radio?
No.
No?
I was on the radio back in Oklahoma.
Okay. What did you do on the radio?
I actually won something. Then I had to go down to the radio station and claim it.
Okay. This will be pretty different then.
Probably.
Because we have no filters. Have you got your Indian stick with you?
No, I left it at home.
Where's Greg at? Holy crap. See if you can call it that rich attorney and get him on here. Hello, Linda. How you doing? Doug's on here tonight. Jolie. My three of my favorite listeners. Okay. We got tomorrow night we have Miss Helen Hayes on. She is the one she has a thing, Desiree. You know anybody that has hurricane damage from hello Melba? Anybody that has hurricane damage from Irma?
Yeah.
You do? Well, there's a program running. I don't know if you caught it on the show the other night where if there's over $15,000 worth of damage to the house and it's over 5 years old, then they can get that home replaced. The state will pay for it. There's the thing right there.
Yeah.
RebuildFlorida.org. I'll let you read the phone number. Can you see it? You got to squint.
I think it's 844-833-9010. I'm not 100% sure on that,
1010.
1010, yeah.
Okay, give it to him
so
again.
So it's 844-833-1010.
Okay. That is for Rebuild Florida. Now, you can also, you go on there and then you register. My suggestion is call them up. They're going to give you a case number. And then when you get done with that, call Miss Helen or send Miss Helen Hayes an email and we'll put that up for you guys and gals to see where you can go and talk to her and she'll walk you through the process. It takes about 30 minutes, I guess, to fill out the form. Now, tomorrow night, we have her on the air, and she's going to explain all these kinds of programs and everything else where there's all kinds of stuff to get help from in Putnam County. And it's just for Putnam County, but there's the information. You'll see it at the top of your screen there. For you that are listening on IITW Radio without the viewing of us, which you're lucky, except for Desiree. She's a beautiful woman.
Thank you.
My ugly mug, you're not going to miss anything, but you just email Miss Helen Hayes at IITWRadioRebuild@gmail.com. Now, that is her personal email that we have set up here at the radio station just for her to answer your questions. Don't ask me because I don't know. So you'll need to ask her. You saw me at Walmart earlier? Yeah, I had a little problem. I had to go in there. Apparently, I got some raw chicken wings.
Ew.
One of my staff ate one and started hurling all over the parking lot. But I'm not going to knock Walmart because they always have good chicken wings. I guess it was just somehow maybe the fryer didn't cook them or whatever. Here's something else for you guys and gals that have been convicted of a felony. Don't not vote now. As long as you're not a child molester and you haven't murdered anybody, I think it's the only stipulations. Your rights have been restored to vote. Please make sure you get one of these. Your votes do count, and you can get those. You can call up the Putnam County Supervisor of Elections over on Creel Avenue, or you can walk in there. Their phone number is 386-329-0224, and they will mail you one of these. You can also go online and get one of those applications. Very important with the elections coming up. Your votes do count. Unless you want a bunch of turds in office that are going to rip you off, don't sit and bitch and complain about what's going on in society if you do not take the time to go and vote. Okay, next thing up, we have Fort Gates. We have a petition, an official petition. Save Fort Gates. Help us show the county officials and the government and everybody else, our state representatives. I will be taking these to Tallahassee, that we need to save Fort Gates. It's been 18 months and the thing's been closed. You've used Fort Gates Ferry, haven't you, Desiree?
Yeah, my son has as well.
That's cool as all get out. I love going across that thing. Were you afraid the first time you went over it?
I was petrified.
Mr. Dale make it easy for you?
He did. It was awesome. And then the first time I was pretty scared, and then after that, it was just like getting on a boat.
It's better than a ride at Disney.
Maybe.
Well, you get to see stuff that's real and not fake. But an alligator goes in the water and you fall off the boat, unlike Disney, your ass is going to get munched on.
Can you see the backside of water?
The what?
But can you see the backside of water?
Yeah. Say hi, Chris. Here's Mr. Hand. There he is. Yeah, but Fort Gates has been around since 1780. And in 1910, they still have the actual tug from 1910 that's there. And the thing is getting restored. Now, I want to thank Satsuma Produce today because they donated the rope. So Mr. Dale will have new rope to go back and across the river. You ever go to Satsuma Produce? Mm-hmm. They got some kick-ass produce there. Maybe I shouldn't say kick-ass, but they have some produce there. They don't have any strawberries right now, but they have everything else. No corn. I won't say everything else. No corn and no snap green beans or whatever they are. God, Mama used to snap. There they are up on the screen. But they have the best produce around. I'm not kidding you. And it's not that expensive. Hell, their prices are cheap. Mm-hmm. Cheaper than the big department stores that I go to and go shopping.
They got some really good tomatoes.
Oh, yeah. The tomatoes. I get a whole case of those. I get the stewing tomatoes, and then I chop them up, and then I freeze them. They make great for chili and spaghetti and all kinds of stuff. They got a whole case of them. A big box of them is like $10.
Yeah, my dad will get them and take them down to Orlando.
And if you guys and gals want to have a tomato throwing thing and you don't like your significant other on Valentine's Day and they piss you off and bring you a big stuffed bear when you want a chocolate, go down to Satsuma Produce and get a big case. $10, you can rock their world. Okay. Usually tonight we talk about politics. So, I don't know. Are you into politics?
No, don't get me started.
No? What do you think about El Chapo? Did you see where he got life in prison now?
Again?
Yeah, again. They finally convicted him on all 9,000 accounts. So he's in prison for life. Did you know the prison?
Yeah, but I heard he's like in a luxury prison.
Well, not anymore. His ass is in Colorado. And out there, the prison that he's going to is down 250 feet in the ground.
Oh, well.
He's not going to have anybody tunnel him out of there.
I don't think so.
His little hombres there, as he calls them, are not going to bring a motorcycle down that deep. They're used to tunneling under canals and shit, not anything that deep.
Yeah.
Although they might try it.
Don't put anything past them, though.
Okay, watch this. Said, how do you apply for? Okay, you must be talking. You must be talking about the Rebuild Florida. What you're going to do, and we'll put it back up on the screen real quick. Chris is really good at this stuff, isn't he, Desiree? Mm-hmm. He's on the ball.
He is.
Yeah. What you're going to do, D, is you're going to go. What did she say? For which?
No, that's corresponding.
But it was rebuildflorida.gov.
Okay, rebuildflorida.gov. If you look at the top of this thing, if you're not watching it on YouTube or the Putman Way or IITW Radio, both of those are on Facebook or on YouTube. You could go there and check it out. If you're just listening to it on IITWradio.com. What you're going to do, D, is you're going to go to rebuildflorida.gov, rebuildflorida.gov, or you can call their number at 844-833-1010. And when you call that number, they're going to walk you through a few steps. It only takes a couple of minutes to do that. The actual application that you're going to go on and fill out takes about 30 minutes to fill out. Now, we had some people that came in that we helped, and it only took us like 10 or 15 minutes to do it. If your home took on damage from Irma, and if it's over $15,000 or half the amount of the home, then what Rebuild Florida will do is they will come in and actually remove the home and then put you a brand new mobile home in there. Now, if it's a brick and mortar home, what they'll do is they'll come in, and that just means if it's got brick around it and it's not a mobile home, then they'll come in and redo that whole thing, roof, walls, everything in there. So, and that's a good deal, and it doesn't cost you one red cent. That's a pretty good deal, don't you think, Desiree?
Heck yeah.
You don't have to pay it back. They pull the permitting. They do everything. Now, some people are written in that want, because they're afraid that their kids are going to get taken away from them. And I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this tonight because we got tomorrow night. Miss Hayes will be in here tomorrow night for hour and a half. We're going to run the show as long as you guys have questions. But you need help us get the word out, because this thing ends on the 29th of March. After that, it doesn't matter. Now, if you need FEMA money, there's still FEMA money left. So if you don't qualify for this program, there is still FEMA money left. And from what I understand, people that are renters are entitled to some of this stuff as well. But hell, I want a brand new home. Stuff I've already got mine remodeled now. I'm right at the end stages of it. Let's see, where were we at? El Chapo. Yeah, he's 250 feet under the freaking ground.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a long ways.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What if it floods?
I don't think it'd be any big loss. Okay. Yeah. D, also, when you go on there, after you get your number, make sure that you go back and we'll put the thing up so you can see it real quick. Yeah, you're going to make sure you want to go back to Miss Helen Hayes' email address, and it's right there on the screen. It's at IITW Radio Rebuild at gmail.com. And then send her a message and tell her that you've applied, and then she will help walk you through the process. She's a great lady. Let's see. Okay. So let me ask you something, Desiree. What do you think about this little Corcio Cortez gal? She wants to do this whole green thing now and change all the buildings in the whole world, all the homes are in the United States, and then make sure everything goes to windmills and no cow farts.
How do you stop a cow fart?
I don't know, with a plug. The very first story.
So we're gonna have, like butt plugs for cows.
Yeah, I guess. Very first story I ever wrote was when I was 7 years old, and I was in first grade, and the teacher, we had a writing thing, and we all had to make up stories, and this is one of the things where I got into writing. And I wrote a story about a monkey who kept farting all the time, or a pig that kept farting all the time, and a little monkey stuck a cork up his butt that he took out of a wine bottle.
Oh no!
And he pulled it out, and then the whole town got flooded with crap. And the teacher thought it was funny, but the principal apparently didn't, because he was a preacher, and got my ass whipped over that one.
Nice.
But I can see a bunch of cows walking around with butt plugs in. But
they have like these new ones now that you can put around your cat's tail to cover up their butt.
yeah.
So you get like blue jewels and gems and stuff. So at least the cows are pretty when they're walking around.
Yeah, I don't think so. Okay. But anyways, I mean, are you a Democrat or Republican, or you just vote?
I am a Republican.
Republican?
Yes.
Okay. Thank God.
I know. All the haters are going to start commenting now.
Oh, it don't matter.
Hey, haters.
I'm an independent. Oh, we have our haters on here. Do we still have that soundbite, Chris? Can you look for it while we're talking? You know which one I'm talking about? The guy who called in? I'm sure we do. Here's how I want you to listen to this guy that called in. He was funny as hell. Y'all suck.
we're talking about.
I don't think that one's
I
it.
don't think we have it anymore. I don't know where it went.
Okay. Well, if you can find it, that's cool. Anyways, this guy calls in, y'all suck. Putman Way sucks. Tammy sucks. You know Tammy.
Yeah, I love Tammy.
Yeah, Tammy does a lot of stuff. She keeps that thing going up. I heard some nice compliments on her day. Have you checked out her new webpage?
Yeah, I'm actually a fan of it.
You are? Mm-hmm. What do you guys talk about on there?
I really don't. Like all different like things.
Let's see. Skidmore lightly. He will be the small fish in a small pond from big fish in big pond. Reckon how that will be for him and who will butt heads with. I'm not sure what he's talking about.
Chapo.
Oh, Chapo. Oh, hell yeah. Chapo's going to be
Gordon.
getting, they're going to get a whole new meaning for Chapo.
Oh yeah.
How you doing, Skidmore? But yeah, Chapo. He's going to be getting El Rape. He's going to be getting El Raped-o. He's going to be somebody's bitch tonight. Because they've had him in pretty much a secure location. You know, he's been.
That was like I heard the thing. You remember the whole Subway Jordan dude?
Oh yeah.
I was watching a thing on TV earlier, and it was like he's like living in a luxury prison. Like they have a movie theater, tennis courts, like all kinds of crazy stuff. And I'm like, and our kids can't get certain things, but I mean our prison systems can do that.
Oh, I know.
It just pisses me off.
What do you think about the wall?
The wall.
Not Pink Floyd.
I was gonna say I love the wall. I have mixed feelings about the wall. I'm for the wall and against the wall. I'm for the walls as far as keeping people who don't come to our country legally and the right way. Like I have really good friends who are here and who have been here for a long time, and he's here the right way. He came, he got vetted, and he's been dealing with what do you call them? The people that want to send you back.
Yeah, INS.
Yeah, INS, and he's been dealing with them for years. And you know, he's an honest man, and you know, I don't think he's being treated the way he should be.
I know who you're talking about.
You probably do.
He was a firefighter at one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy saved hundreds of lives. He
Yeah, and I worked alongside with him there for a little while.
Hello, Donna. You know Donna, don't you? Johnson?
Mm-hmm. Hey, Donna.
Yeah, you and Donna helped me with a fundraiser a long time ago. That's been a few years ago.
Yeah, the ribs.
3-4 years?
Yeah.
That was cool.
I think it was longer than that.
Yeah, it might have been. I don't know. I lose track of time anymore. So last night you had Beto O'Rourke. He was down there in Texas, right across the street from Trump, and he was saying that walls do not save lives. Apparently, he's never been there before. So, but of course, if you look behind him, he has a big ass fence in the thing, and I didn't put up any sound bites of it. But we're not going to stay along on this because tonight, instead of doing this other stuff, we got some other stuff that's pretty good. But anyways, Trump will get his wall. You got
Trump's going to get his wall either way you look at it.
yeah. They only allocated him 3.7 billion or million, and he said, which is going to cover 50 miles of border. That's like pissing in it. Stand on the side of the ocean and pissing in it, going, "Hey, I'm filling it up."
Mm-hmm.
What pisses me off is these Dems were all for it before, and now they're against it. And if Trump wanted to really get the wall, what he should do is just say, "I hate the wall. It's a bad idea." Freaking Democrats would be all over it.
Yeah.
And there's my sister. Hello, Laura. She'll be moving down here in April. Have you ever met her before?
Has she been here in the last 10 years?
Yeah, a couple times.
Over at the ball field?
Yeah, she's crazier than you. Yeah, when you meet her, you and her will get along great because she likes
Awesome.
to ride out, hang out the window like a freaking dog, screaming at tourists. How y'all doing?
All right.
She got that Alabama accent. Okay, we got some good news. Screw this. Enough for politics for one night.
Yeah.
Unless you want to talk about the Green Deal, where Ocasio-Cortez says that, we should redo everything. But I saw Kamala Harris on thing talking about pot makes people happy. I guess that might be her new Green Deal. I'm sure there's a lot of our listeners who would agree with that. What, did the table attack you?
No, I was I'm just something I want to talk about. So I was trying to get it organized so I could see it and not have it fall in my lap.
Okay, so check this out. In Texas, because we were just speaking about Texas, a tipster, a group
Yeah,
of
this is it.
a group of kids went into this house and they were going in there to smoke weed, and they find a tiger, a 300-something pound tiger,
That's crazy.
in a cage. You want to read this? Who is this from? Right here before we go on, because if I don't give them credit, they'll threaten to have my ass kicked off of here.
The photo, that's not who it is.
Okay, Tom McKay.
Yeah, Tom McKay.
Okay, you want to read it?
Sure. It says a person who entered an abandoned house in Houston, Harrisburg, Manchester neighborhood looking for a quiet place to take a toke found a tiger instead. He goes on to say that he believed he was hallucinating when he found the animal. The police said that a female said that she was shut in a tiny cage secured only by a screwdriver and a nylon strap. Now, I don't know about you, but tigers are pretty strong, and to be in a cage only secured with a screwdriver and a nylon strap, she must have been there for a while.
Yeah, well, they said the cat was being fed. I mean, there was regular food in there.
Yeah, she was being fed on a regular basis.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is fat. It's 300 pounds.
Yeah, she's huge.
There's that little tiny strap and screwdriver that was holding it in.
That was holding her cage shut.
And it lifts up from the bottom. Holy crap. Can you imagine sitting in there? All of a sudden, you're toking on a big fat one. And then...
You hear this roar out of the corner of your ear.
Yeah, you're sitting there. What show was that? Escape from Guantanamo Bay, Harold and Kumar.
I think so.
When they're sitting there toking on it, all of a sudden they see the tiger and they're riding it. That would scare the crap out of me. You're sitting there blowing a joint back, and then all of a sudden here's a 300-pound tiger breathing down the back of your friggin' neck.
Oh my goodness, I would probably die.
Yeah.
I don't know. With my love for animals, I'd be like, here, kitty, kitty, kitty. You know.
Said a concerned citizen called 311. Do what? Okay. Oh, damn. We got Greg.
Hey, man. Hey.
Me and Desiree were doing a show without you. How you doing? Can you hear me?
Pretty
now?
good. I don't know if you can see me or hear me, but I'm here.
Yeah, we can hear you.
How are you?
Hell, if I was any better, I'd be you, brother. Where's your sitting bull stick
I wouldn't
at?
have been here earlier, but I was talking politics. Some liberal would compare Bill Cosby to Kavanaugh, and we had to go around and around about that. I didn't see the comparison. I'm like, well, Kavanaugh's accuser wasn't credible. She was a clinical psychologist who studied how to beat a lie detector test, all mind control stuff, So in any event, anyway, so I finally broke it off, and here I am. So, hey, nice to see everybody.
That's
I see you
Desiree.
have a nice guest there.
Hey.
Who's your new friend?
That's one
Hi
of your
there.
biggest fans, Greg, right there.
Yes, hi. How are you?
I like her.
Yeah.
Hey, nice to meet you. Hey, crazy world out there, isn't it?
No, you don't even know.
Mm.
Greg's in court every day, so he knows how crazy it
Oh,
is.
then you do know.
We do see a lot of bizarre stuff.
So,
As you know, as you guys may know, my specialty is the drunk and stupid, and there's plenty of it up here in Jacksonville.
Oh, I know. Yeah. that
come
is
to
true.
Putnam County. We have a lot more
I was gonna say
for you.
there's quite a bit in Putnam County too.
Hey, well, I got to start taking a few more cases down there. It is what it is. I'm looking forward to the train that OAC wants to build from Jacksonville to Palatka, so I can just hop on the train and then go to court in Palatka.
There you go.
Is that one Corsiotez is going to put up?
She wants to build trains. I won't be able to drive down there. I'll have to take a train.
I can't wait for the one she takes over to Hawaii, and to the Bahamas, and over to Europe. That should be a fun trip.
Yeah, it should be a beautiful trip.
Absolutely. Hey, so what do you think about all these women Democrats that They want to run for president, and like their platform is, we support killing babies. We support late-term abortion. And we don't want to defend our border. And we want people that can't even read and aren't even American citizens, we want them to vote. That's your Democratic Party. And then CNN's going to go, they're right. And Mr. Trump is so wrong and he's so evil. And man, have you noticed the nasty tone that CNN's taken the last couple of weeks? Let me tell you, CNN is below the National Enquirer when it comes to truth in political news. It's unbelievable. What do you guys think?
Oh, yeah, I agree 100%. If you were, wait, are you channeling Andrew Dice Clay tonight? Is he coming through?
But I'm just saying.
What does he think about?
They're so mean to the president. They accuse him of lying. I can't even watch him. I'll flip it by 5 or 6 minutes. And man, they say the most negative things, not based in truth. And they run with their lie and what Miss Ford would say, their truth, the CNN truth.
Yeah.
Where 2 + 2 can be anything we want it to be.
It always is when it comes to government funding, except for Trump only getting his $3.7 billion. Now let me ask you: you think Trump is going to sign this deal, or do you think he's going to put partial government shutdown?
I think here's what I think he's going to do. If I was Trump, I'd sign the deal and declare a national emergency. Congress is incompetent to defend our borders. They're incompetent. Because of the lib Democrats, they're just too incompetent to be trusted with, funding our borders. So we're going to have to fund it through the military. There's a lot of executive actions he can do. Build the damn wall, make them stop you. As Andrew Jackson said, you may not like it, now you enforce it, okay? With the Marbury-Madison decision, I think that was. It may have been Marbury-Madison. One of those banking decisions, it was a banking thing that he did not like. And you know what? There's so many parallels between Andrew Jackson and President Trump. And they both, Trump's called out the Federal Reserve for, obviously good reasons. I mean, the Federal Reserve rewards Obama's terrible economic policies with zero interest for the entire 8 years he's in. Then here comes Trump with great economic policies, really gets the economy going, and now the Federal Reserve wants to keep kicking up the interest rate, keep kicking it up, making it harder for the economy to do well. So it's harder to measure apples and oranges, but I will say, thank God for Trump for saving the country.
Okay, I've got something I want to put up and ask you what you think about this. Tell me when you read it on the screen what you think about this.
What? Oh, this is pretty cool already. We have a hooker, and an Indian running for president. We are one cowboy short of the village people. That's pretty rich. It says a lot. Now, I can only speculate on who the hooker might be.
I don't know.
I can only speculate, but I think she might be comfortable in the color of her own skin. Am I wrong?
I think you might have it dead on the head. No pun intended.
I did hear that there was a prominent female Democratic nominee that was a concubine for the former state representative of California, Willie Brown.
Hello, Sue. Sue just joined in. She said, "Good evening, Greg."
Hey. Hey, we're just having fun. I'm channeling Dennis Miller tonight.
Oh, are you? So what would Dennis Miller think about Kamala Harris tonight?
He would think that he'd probably say that she's a freak, okay? That she's freaky.
Well,
she does the super freak. The disco girl. But a super freak.
She was asked about today or yesterday about how she felt about legalizing marijuana, and she said, well, pot makes you happy. It makes everybody happy. Everybody should have pot. I love her already.
Wow. Hey, that's a truly Californian answer.
That's the new Green Deal, I think. She's taking over for Cortez with the new Green Deal.
The new Green Deal is pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
So what do you think about El Chapo and his 250 feet underground tonight in that jail out in Colorado?
Wow. Yeah, you know what? I don't know, but I think we should forfeit all of his assets and build a wall with it. Make Mexico pay. Chapo, all those drug proceeds, build a wall with him.
$10 million in cocaine in one deal that they seized.
Well, look, the guy should have a lot of assets. Let's seize all his assets, and then don't give it to the Department of Justice. We all know they're corrupt. Give it to Homeland Security.
Now,
So we can be secure.
No, well, what was his name? He's an attorney now. Used to be the attorney general.
Hold on a minute. Let me get my prop.
Oh no.
Here we go.
And I left mine at home.
Here we go. You got yours with you? I got mine right here. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Hey, listen. Miss Warren. What's her name? Warren? What's her? Elizabeth Warren?
Yeah, the crazy old white woman that thinks she's not an Indian
benefit
anymore.
From being an Indian, and I don't benefit from being an Indian, but I did benefit from being a Seminole.
Well, you're an attorney. Let me ask you. She put on her Florida bar application in Texas, which it says under
Texas
perjury.
bar.
Huh?
She lied on her bar app. That bitch should be disbarred right now. You cannot tolerate that lying.
Isn't that criminal though?
On her bar application, you know she's a damn liar.
Isn't that criminal though? I mean, is that against the law?
Texas, you got to go to Texas for that. I'm not a Texas lawyer.
Do we have that where she signed her thing at, Chris? I think we had it
I'm
on
not
the other
an
night.
Indian. I just want you to know I have an Indian stick.
I'm gonna get you a headdress. Okay, let's see. What does it say on here? The
Hey.
following information is for. I can't read it.
American Indian. I see it.
Yeah, but it
There
says.
it is.
I was looking to see if. Well, she had to pay $60 for it too.
Hey, she didn't benefit at all. But listen, don't you have that song queued up? Cherokee people.
No, not
Okay,
tonight.
Let me go. We need to play that whenever we have the Elizabeth Warren
I don't think we can sing that.
minute.
I think the Village People Democrats have to sing that now. But anyway,
Cherokee
how the-
people.
how the hell do you get away with lying on the bar thing? Maybe they didn't think it was that
apparently you got to
important.
go to Harvard.
Yeah.
They're pretty good at Harvard. They teach them how to lie pretty good over there at Harvard.
So Desiree,
Harvard.
let's ask you, because let me put my
A lot of
stick
good
back here.
socialism being taught at Harvard.
Desiree, what do you think? How do you think they should set the wall up? Because my idea is they should electrify it. Greg's is they should have guns and landmines out there.
No. I think they should have it. I think they should be a solar wall.
A solar wall.
A solar wall?
Yeah. Make it solar powered
Oh,
for the
electrify
green
it.
people. And then we'll have
For
a
the
lot
green
of little
people.
green people walking around.
Well, mine is where they're going to climb up on the wall and you wait till they get their crotch over the top of the wall and then you hit the switch. They give a whole. Well, I couldn't do that because that'd be the whole gender thing
Did
then.
Desiree say your video of the wall when you were on the other side of the wall trying to keep?
I
What was
don't
that
know.
guy's name? Cletus?
Yeah. Did we have that video?
Did you see
We could
that?
pop up.
Did Desiree ever see Cletus?
Did you see
taking care of the
Cletus
wall?
down at the southern border?
Uh-uh.
You know,
Okay.
You need to see that. You need to talk to him. Maybe you could cue it up one day. It shows that the wall works.
Well, what is it? Mexico or New Mexico? One of them already have a wall, and it's kept out. They were just talking about it the other day.
Yeah, we're going to put this video up real quick. This
Yeah,
is
what you want to do is channel the people into a legal port of entry where they can do it the right way, and then maybe we could test them for diseases before they come in the damn country.
well, Cletus has the right way right here.
Now, we've got all this crap going on about the border wall and them not wanting
my
to give us
goodness.
money. Well, I got the perfect thing to how to solve this whole damn thing. Mr. Trump, you can hire me and my relatives, and we are down here at South of Water right now. For a six-pack of damn beer apiece, we'll take care of these illegal aliens. Now, I thought them aliens was up in the sky, but turns out they're from Guatemala and Venezuela and all down there trying to come over and get our stuff. It ain't right, I tell you. It just damn sure ain't right. Now, oh, I think I hear some aliens coming down. Here's what you gotta do. I got a bat.
Like sock and
Pretty
boppers.
bat. Oh, wait, I hear one coming down.
Whack-a-mole.
Yeah, whack-a-mole. That's what I meant.
Free stuff! Free stuff! Get your ass out of my country! Get out of here! Who the hell, MS-13? Get your ass out of my country! Free stuff! Get your damn ass out of here! No! Alright! Where's that other one? I'm gonna kill him too. Get your butt on there! Now that's the way you do it. You come get your butt out of here. That's the way you do it. 6-pack of beer, by God, we'll come down and whip all of them's ass.
There you go. Hey, see what I'm talking? That's pretty good. I like that.
Cletus busted his bat though. It went,
Well.
it went
that
limp
was
on
good
him.
for Cletus, though. He did a good job, and he showed that the wall does slow him down. If it doesn't do anything, it'll slow him down.
Yep. It's slow to make it get over that fence. And all it cost
I'll
him
tell
was
you
a
what.
6-pack of beer.
Hey, but what about these Democrat women, man? I mean, if they're not dressing like Chairman Mao, they and going to State of the Unions, they're just all about supporting Virginia politics. You know what's going on, you know, and New York, you know, and all these liberal women candidates for president. They are a
Skidmore.
lot like Booker.
Oh, yeah.
Which makes you think, what is the difference between the liberal male presidential candidate, and the liberal women presidential candidate
A period.
on the Democratic side? That's what I want to know. What is the difference? How are you going to distinguish between the men and the women on the Democratic side? Because the men can identify as women and the women can identify as men. So is Booker a man or a woman? And I want to know if Warren is going to run as a male, or a female.
An Indian. No, not
Because
an
I
Indian
think
anymore.
they can identify. See, now with this identification thing that the Obama people came out with, it's like I'm identifying as my feminine side.
Okay, I got a couple questions I got to answer here. Oh, my friend Lee put covered in legs. I'll tell Cletus. Let's see. Skidmore wrote, if UFOs invade Earth, would they be illegal aliens? I don't know.
Well, I mean,
That's a tough question. Is that a trick question?
I don't know. I'm not sure, but it caught me off guard.
Because I kind of thought that aliens were from foreign planets, but apparently
Hello,
you can
Cheryl.
be an alien if you're not a naturalized citizen.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to some of these questions here, but there's so many coming in, it's hard for me to keep up with them.
Well, I'm channeling Dennis Miller, so there's no question too hard for me tonight.
Okay. I liked it better when you channeled Andrew Dice Clay. So Trump's going to get 1.37 billion or $1 million for 50 miles of wall.
I want to say that's pathetic.
You think
And
he's
if
going to
that's
take
the
it?
best the Democrats can do, throw them out.
I don't
and all
think
these
he's gonna
people
take it.
that voted for Democrats in the House of Representatives, they all got had. Man, you got had. They said they weren't going to try to impeach the president. They lied. They said they were going to do this, that. They lie. They weren't going to support Pelosi. They lie. You know, what happened to conservative Democrats? Where did they all go?
Skidmore said that the answer to that question, it was women have brass balls and men have testicles. That's pretty funny.
I think you're right about that.
Lee said if they apply for benefits, hell yes, they're illegal. If they can make it here in a spaceship, though, I don't know. I don't think
Seriously,
it'll be able to keep
listen,
them out.
I love all these people that want to come to America for the right reasons, or just to even better their lives. But everybody can't come here, so they got to do it the right way and not the wrong way, because you really got to vet people. You got to at least give them a physical. How about a blood test before you make them a citizen or give them the right to vote, for crying out loud? And why not have a damn citizen course mandated? I mean, come on. You don't let MS-13 in and then say, okay, everything's free and you can stay here forever. Give me a break. What is wrong with the Democratic Party?
Well, here's something.
The rhinos. Paul Ryan, he's just as gullible as the rest of them.
Let me ask you this now. If walls don't work, and everybody that I know pretty much believes in the Bible, right? I mean, you believe in it, right?
You see that speech last night? You saw his speech last night. And I know where you're going with the Bible verse, because there's a lot of biblical stuff about building a wall around the city, whatever city, and it worked.
No, this is different. In the Bible, it talks about heaven has a wall, the walls of heaven. It says there's a gate there, and they have an immigration policy. What does hell have? No
Open
walls,
borders.
no immigration, and open borders.
That's right.
They will take
Yeah.
anybody. So that's the difference between if you want heaven or hell.
Hey, the good news, again, the same people that oppose the wall are pro-socialist Democrat lunatics with no economic understanding and the shifts of the world.
Cheryl put on there that
What's that guy's name? Schiff?
Adam Schiff,
Schiff?
Shifty Schiff,
What's I heard that Rush Limbaugh's got a name for Schiff.
it's Shifty
I
Schiff.
can't remember what it was, but
It's Shifty.
that guy Schiff, I mean, he butchers the truth. He butchers honesty. I mean, these guys, when it comes to being objective, gee, whatever happened to that? I don't know. What do you think?
Cheryl's
Desiree?
got a picture up here with two boobs on a woman's chest, and it says women wear theirs on their chest because there's not enough room between their legs.
That's right.
And it's
Wow.
skid. I don't know if you want to field that one. Right back at you, buddy. You take that one. I'll let Desiree take that one.
That's why women don't work as hard as men do anyway.
Skidmore said Pelosi.
They got all the money anyway.
Pelosi, Skidmore. Now you're gonna like what Skidmore wrote about this one. Skidmore said Pelosi is a prime example of term limits that are greatly needed.
Yeah. Well,
There should be age limits.
Pelosi is a good looker for her age. You got to give her credit. She's the hottest looking 82-year-old in Congress.
What was that you said last time? You said if there was an 80 or 90-year-old beauty pageant, she would be in your top 10.
I agree. I mean, she's definitely, living behind that gate is, hey, you saw that movie Bad Grandmas? Based on Pelosi's life story.
Let's see. Skidmore said Obama opened all the borders, and now we're facing the raft. That's true.
Yeah. Well, poor Obama, he really screwed Germany, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Germany, ever since Obama's disastrous Libyan policy, Germany's just been inundated with immigrants of the worst sort, and it's really created a lot of problems over there in Europe.
Did you catch Elizabeth Warren's speech, by the way, where she said Trump will probably be in jail in 2020?
Oh, that was hilarious. Really, I mean, I love the double standard, and of the Democrats, and and these guys have so much gall, and Mueller and the whole group of them. I mean, I don't consider Mueller a Republican. Some people may. Mueller to me is he's a rhino at the very best. But the problem with Mueller is, this is a guy that he's had almost as bad luck as Weinstein when it comes to actually making good choices and good outcomes and good results. I mean, he got tied up with Whitey Bulger up there, and the guy Mueller, he's running a ship shot investigation. I want to see the report and see if he actually looked at any Democrats.
Tell him, Greg. Put him on the air. Hello, Greg Williams at Law. We're on the radio. Tell him. Here's an idea. Quit committing crime.
I think I'd go with the current Mayor Curry on that. Oh, they wanted to know if I was going to back the mayor, and I'm backing the mayor. Even though I don't like what he's going to do the Heart Bridge Expressway, I'm going to back him anyway.
Let's see. Oh my God, there's a ton of.
But he's better than the average mayor, so you got to give it to him. All right.
Lee said that. Oh my God, she's ugly. I don't know who she's talking about.
She must be talking about Pelosi.
Warren or Pelosi, or must be Pelosi.
Some people think Pelosi is the horse head from The Godfather.
Lee said, "Did you know she was Miss Lube back in the days, back in her younger days?" Hello, Chris Rodriguez. She says Skidmore said, "Was that quick lube?" Lee said, "Correct." I'm not even. These people are mean. They're worse than us.
I don't know. Hey, I think our governor's doing a good job. What do you think?
So far, I mean,
I'm pretty happy with him so far. So we'll see where he goes.
Seems
to be making pretty good calls.
So far,
I've been getting a lot of emails, probably 1,000 emails in the last few days from people getting their income tax back, saying they've been totally crapped on, that they're not getting back as much as they thought they were. It's like half the amount.
Well, hey, if you're going to get more of your check back every paycheck, naturally you're going to get a little less money back.
Yep.
Because you're getting it every 2 weeks. I think now that it's already been absorbed, now you'll get a new baseline. Things will figure it out. People will figure out what you got to do. But that all goes to how many dependents you're going to, have and all the other things that you do. But I like the new income tax form. I saw it. It's like a 1-page form.
Hello, Pam and Selena. Yeah, a lot of people don't understand they're getting more back on their checks now. So at the end of the year, they're not going to get back as much as they normally would. But then again, the government's not pocketing as much.
It depends on, but things change too. Like the child income tax credit is up. So a lot of it depends on your circumstances. And a lot of people actually are getting a lot back. The people that don't get as much back maybe are the people that didn't have any deductions or any family members or no child exemptions or anything like that. But for most of the working families, you are going to still get a good deduction. I was not complaining. I mean, I got a kid. I'm a family of 3, so.
Yeah, all my kids are grown up and moved out, except for one.
It's just you now, right?
Nah, still got one.
You got one dependent, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
For the people joining, I want to know who this lovely lady is sitting across from me. She's actually in the studio. This is Desiree, one of my friends. She wrote in last week she was going to come in and join us. Hey, you got the hand clap thing going on.
What's Desiree's background? Give us a little more info on Desiree.
Her is or aunt and uncle?
Dad and uncle.
Her dad and uncle own a place down on the river called Bass World. If you ever get a chance and want to go fishing down there?
I'm not much of a fisherman, but I've heard it's kind of like Tim Allen's store in Last Man Standing.
Yeah, you guys still have pontoon boats down there for rent?
Yeah, we still rent pontoon boats and bass boats.
Yeah, see, Greggy's
We still got cabins. You can just come and hang out, whatever.
That's kind of fun, huh?
Yeah, I stayed down there for a few days and wrote some articles on.
Do they have anything you can eat down there?
No, we do have we have like snacks and stuff in our office, but we don't have like a restaurant or anything. We normally send everybody to the river pub.
A hot dog vendor out in the corner.
I can make you some hot dogs now.
Yeah, we might have to get somebody out there in a bikini selling hot dogs or something,
Yeah.
Just an idea.
There's nobody that drives down that way though.
Yeah, and
hey, you know what would be cool though is if somehow you could turn fishing into golfing, where in golfing they have the cute girls in the golf carts that bring the beers out to the players. If you could somehow
I'd have to
do
go
that
out
in
of county to
fishing,
find some of those girls.
where there's maybe some cute girls and some jet skis bringing beers to the fishermen.
You know what? Golf is the most boring. You know why I've never gone and played golf with you? Because I hate it.
It's
I don't,
boring.
I don't get into golf. It's so boring. I think that everybody on golf should be on acid. So when they hit
It
the
would
ball,
sure make golf a lot more interesting.
as soon as they hit the ball and it goes in the hole and they start to grab it out, snake in the hole, snake in the hole, watch them piss their pants.
Yeah, there you go. There you
or
go.
or feed them X-Lax on the first
Well,
hole.
golf is a rich man's game. I like tennis. It's a little bit more action too. But I played a lot of tennis as a kid. I played a little golf. I taught one guy how to play who became a great golfer. But when I was littler, I played a little bit more. But golf is a very time-consuming game, and it's a lot of money. But people that play it, they get addicted to it. They love it. So there's something about it. But you know what? It is a natural motion. And I know a guy, he's a lawyer, good friend, good guy. But if you miss the golf ball when you swing at the club, and you hit the club about 6 or 8 inches behind the ball, you can break your wrist. So you can create great damage to the human body with a mishit. Okay, if you blade a golf ball, so be careful out there.
I don't know. I like Happy Gilmore. I
Not
think
good
it's.
for the back either, frankly.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods, he swings too hard. He needs to lighten up on his swing.
I think that they should do it like Happy Gilmore. You
Yeah.
know? Have them go out there with a hockey stick and just play golf.
Yeah.
I don't hate golf. It's just it bores me. I think that they should make people eat a box of X-Lax or Super Colon Blow right at the first hole. And then by the time they get to the 18th hole, the person that didn't crap their pants and had an eagle would now have a birdie or dirty.
A dirty birdie.
The thing about the golf experience is you really to understand golf, you need to see Caddyshack a couple of
Oh,
times.
yeah. Bill
Oh my
Murray.
god, that's such a funny movie.
Because that's your whole golf experience.
I can't
Because
golf.
that's really what golf's about.
I can't.
Gambling.
I can't play golf because it costs me too much money. All my balls wind up in a bush every damn time, and I can't find them. They're either in the lake, in the pond,
Yeah.
in the trees.
Yeah.
I killed too many birds. I've hit a few
Car windows.
people, car windows, house windows, you name it. If it's around, I get it everywhere but in the hole.
It's in the hole.
But if you made them drop by hit of acid and then feed them X-Lax, golf would be, oh God, it would be so interesting then.
It's in the hole.
If I crap myself, nobody will ever know. Don't put depends on them. Make them go free ball. Okay.
Wow. Too much information there,
God.
Hey,
Lee said, Drew said to eat a pepper, be a man, and you'll find your balls.
there you go. There you go.
That's a kid. I got to tell you this story real quick. Lee comes over to my house one time, and we're having hot wings and stuff. And her son, who was like 7 or 8, how old was Andrew back then? I don't know. He was just a little guy. Anyways, he says, I had some jalapenos there, and he goes, I said, you want one of these? He goes, oh yeah, I'm a man. I can eat them. Well, it wasn't jalapenos. They were scorpion peppers. He took one little bite off of it. And he goes, I'm not a man. I'm not a man. He was drinking milk, had his tongue
Yeah,
under
that
the
would be
faucet.
too hot.
I love Andrew.
That would be too hot. Hey, did you guys see the rally last night?
Skidmore says chasing a ball with a club makes as much sense as chasing a football. Did I see what? The rally?
Yeah.
The Trump rally?
You did see the Trump rally last night
Yeah.
in El Paso? I like the line he had again about the elites having a fence and how the wall, they all live behind their wall, and how he also, now Trump admits that, well, frankly, he's an elite too when you think about it. I mean, he's wealthy. And he acknowledges that he has a wall. He lives behind a wall. And what he wants is for the rest of us to have the same security that he does, and that Nancy Pelosi does, and that George Soros does, and that all these rich Democrats have. But they don't want us to have that. It's almost like them passing Obamacare, but excluding themselves from having to have it,
Well, they don't
That
have
doesn't
it.
make much sense to me.
Yeah.
I mean, look, if it's not good enough for Congress, it shouldn't be good enough for us. And if it's good enough for Congress to have a wall, then why can't we, the country, have a wall and keep the unwanted out, and then fed them the right way. I mean, this is a health crisis, among other things. I mean, you cannot have a bunch of people come in with all kinds of third world diseases, and now LA has got all kinds of third world diseases that we never had in the country that were wiped out. And the only reason is you got idiots in California, not like the new governor, and others that want to have no borders and let these people just come on in and hang in without even going to get into physical. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, most of they've had over 100 cases of measles now out toward California, and this is since the first caravan arrived. Now this new caravan,
worse diseases coming back. They got polio. They got all kinds of terrible things that were cured. What was it? Typhoid or something is now. Some really bad stuff is coming in through the southern border. And again, I don't know why our lib media, I mean, unless they're just so corrupt. The Washington Post doesn't care. The New York Times doesn't care. You know, I mean, they're just so corrupt. And I think that the Times and the Washington Post and the National Enquirer and the CNN and MSNBC, I think they're all equal.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them are any more truthful than any of the others. It's amazing.
Did you see the guy from BBC last night? It said something, the Trump guy, all CNN would say was he had a Make America Great hat on and he kicked the guy's ass. Because the guy from BBC said something about Trump, and I guess the guy didn't like it. I mean, I don't condone violence, but, you know, if you're going to go in there, and now all the CNN and BBC and all of them are saying, oh, we need extra security. Why?
Yeah, well, here, you know what they want is a wall. CNN they want a wall around them, okay? Because, you know, CNN, they love the illegal aliens more than they love the American people. That's what's sad about them.
Yeah.
You know, the lying that they do. They're so nasty now. They hate Trump so bad that, you know, he says the sky's blue. They say he's lying. It's raining outside. It is raining outside. They say he's lying. I mean, it's unbelievable how bad CNN has gotten. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. You know, I mean, it's unbelievable. The only good news about the Washington Post is that George Bezos, that guy, apparently he's had to put a few $100 million, maybe $500 million in the Washington Post just to keep it afloat. And that's money he'll never see.
You got about 60 seconds before you want to close it out. I'll give you your last 60 seconds here.
Well, I don't have to give me any time. You guys go ahead. I mean, I'm just glad you got me in. I know it was a big deal. It's hard to get in with all the Democrats calling in, you know, with their pro-abortion agenda. I just want to say this. I am unequivocally against late-term abortion.
Absolutely.
Yep. I agree with you 100%.
And I'm proud to be an American Indian.
All right, Sitting Bull. We will see you next Tuesday night. Thanks again, Greg, for coming on. As always.
Say hello to my good friend, Elizabeth Warren.
Okay. All right, we'll see you later, Sitting Bull.
All right.
All right, good night. That was Greg Williams. He's an attorney up in Jacksonville. If you guys need legal help, he does everything but murder cases. And, you know, if you get arrested for weed or DUI or anything like that, if you've done some dumbass crap, call Greg up, and Greg will actually work with you on payment schedule to help get you in. The guy's a phenomenal attorney. He's in downtown Jacksonville, but he does help people out in Putnam County. And he does that because Greg was actually lived in Putnam County all of his life. So he tries to get back to the thing. You know, guys and gals, the important thing is, I'm sure you'll agree with me, Desiree, is that in order to keep people out, there has to be some type of wall, some type of security that we need to keep diseases, to keep thieves, to keep everybody out that doesn't need to be here. I believe in legal immigration.
Absolutely.
People get vetted the proper way.
Yep.
Then let them come into the country. I have no problem with that. But just to have open borders and allow anybody to come in, whenever you do that, you allow a bunch of crap to come into our country and destroy us from within.
And I think that's what a lot of people don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, you know, vet them right. If they want to come here, hey, I understand that. Just like the guy that we know that you and I both know. Mm-hmm. He was a volunteer firefighter, probably saved quite a few hundred lives, but he's done it the right way.
Yep.
And that's the way it should be. But to just
Absolutely.
allow people to come over. I mean, you've got diseases, and not to mention head lice and bed bugs and smallpox, polio. All this stuff is coming across the border. Not to mention that your money as a taxpayer goes into feeding people from MS-13, gang members. There's been too many Americans die from illegal aliens. Do it right, and I hope our Congress people get their crap together. But I want to thank all you guys for being on here tonight. Thank you, Desiree, for coming in. I had fun.
Yeah, I did too.
I don't
Thanks.
know if you did or not.
Yeah.
But anyways, remember, guys and gals, to be respectful to all your veterans. They busted their asses and fought for your freedom.
That's right.
Our first responders. Friday night, we're going to have a man on here that's going to talk about San Mateo Fire Department and how it's down and how people in San Mateo are paying higher property taxes
I used to be part of
because
that fire department.
some of our elected officials have dropped the ball, especially the man in our district over here has dropped the ball and not done what he's supposed to do. Tomorrow night, we have Miss Helen Hayes on here. She's going to tell you guys how to get all kinds of free stuff, from smoke detectors, ways to help you pay your rent, food banks, how to get a free house if you've been have damage from Hurricane Irma, or how to get it fixed up. We have got to get out of here. Thank you so much. Remember to be kind to your
Bye.
law enforcement. We love you. Thanks, Desiree, for coming in.
Thank you.
I don't have to go home. We'll see you tomorrow night at 7. What time's tomorrow night with Helen? 7:30 till 8:30. We're going to run it as long as you guys and gals have questions. We will see you tomorrow night. God willing, the government don't get me first. Bye. And this is Austin Neal closing out with Brother in Arms. Oh, I got to give my shout outs. Mama B, Annette, Dr. Let's see, where's my shout out list? Dr. Newton, Annette, Audrey, my partner in crime, Tammy. I already said Mama B. Whoever the hell Natasha is. Thank you guys and gals for listening. Remember to keep it local and support these businesses that are scrolling in front of you. You catch us on IITW Radio on Facebook or the Putman Way. Tammy always puts up the latest news. Or you can check us out on YouTube. Remember to hit the subscribe button and we're out.
Telling stories and comparing battle scars. Well, there are ways among us, brothers in arms. Back to those nights, I'm sitting there, writing letters home, to picking that old 6-string just to keep from feeling alone. Seen some tough times, some crying eyes, but never quit on me. Been through hell and back, even brought us back to where our hearts need to be. On a plane ride to a foreign land, our journey had begun. A different time with my old man, watching them old dogs run, telling stories.